Hi, this is Quinn, Regional Director with U.S. Term Limits. Now that the elections for Congress are basically over and all the negative TV ads are gone, we can finally breathe a sigh of relief knowing that the people we elected are going to work together to solve our nation's problems. Yeah, right. Let's be honest, we all know that not much is going to change in Congress after this election. Yes, there will be a few new faces and a few old ones will be gone, but we all know it is going to be business as usual because the same party is in power. Now, I'm not talking about the party of the elephant or the donkey. I'm referring to the party of the lion, the king of the jungle, the incumbent party. These are the people that have been in office for decades, and they control what really happens in Congress. You see, they care more about maintaining their power and protecting their party than tackling the tough issues facing our country. And until we get rid of these career politicians, don't expect much good to come from Washington, D.C. So what can we do when our government no longer operates as it's supposed to under the Constitution? Well, James Madison foresaw this problem and advised us to use the very remedy they provided in the Constitution to solve it, the amending provision under Article 5. In a speech in Congress in 1796, Madison describes the three methods of controlling the government: checks and balances, elections, and amendments. Quote, "In the first place, the responsibility which every department feels to the public will under the forms of the Constitution may be expected to prevent the excesses incident to conflicts between rival and irresponsible authorities. In the next place, if the difference cannot be adjusted by friendly conference and mutual concession, the sense of the constituent body brought into the government through the ordinary elective channels may supply a remedy. And if this resource should fail, there remains in the third and last place that provident article in the Constitution itself, by which an avenue is always open to the sovereignty of the people for explanations and amendments as they might be found indispensable." Unquote. According to Madison, when the ordinary checks and balances no longer work and elections fail to make a difference, there remains one final option for we the people, and that is to amend the Constitution through our state legislatures. He further advocated this option in a letter he wrote in 1830, quote, "Should the provisions of the Constitution as here reviewed be found not to secure the government and the rights of the states against usurpations and abuses on the part of the U.S., the final resort within the purview of the Constitution lies in an amendment of the Constitution according to a process applicable by the states." Unquote. Today, checks and balances in our government are basically non-existent. Elections continually fail to bring the needed reforms to our country, and the approval rating of Congress has been dismal for decades. It is time to resort to our final option: amend the U.S. Constitution. At U.S. Term Limits, we agree with Mr. Madison, and that is why we are seeking to have the state legislatures propose a congressional term limits amendment. Only term limits will bring the needed structural change to our government to prevent people from holding office for life. The time has arrived to finally put an end to the career politicians in Congress, and if you agree, then please join the term limits revolution by signing our petition at termlimits.com. Join us today and help us in your state to pass our Article 5 congressional term limits application.